I just shattered an ordinary wooden dummy in front of me. Yet it shocked everyone present. Even the usually aloof and elegant school beauty was rushing towards me desperately, determined to forcefully marry me no matter what. All because the seemingly light punch I just threw actually had a force of tens of thousands of caddies, and even broke the assessment records of countless geniuses. It turned out that after transmigrating, I awakened the invincible upgrade system. I get an upgrade point every day at midnight. Cultivation bottlenecks that trapped grandmasters were broken through by me overnight. Domain laws that experts spent centuries comprehending were grasped by me on the spot. At this moment, I saw the novice gift bag given by the system, and hurriedly opened it with impatience. As a result, I found out there were 5 upgrade points inside, thinking that I was at apprentice level 5. And ascending another 5 levels would make me a martial artist. I clicked to upgrade without hesitation. But unexpectedly, I got stuck after reaching apprentice level 9. No matter how I clicked, it was of no use. And right at this moment, the long silence system spoke. Breaking through to the martial artist realm requires a minimum of an apprentice level cultivation technique. The level of this technique cannot be lower than 50% of the host's level. Hearing this, I sighed and complained. Aren't you the invincible upgrade system? How can you not even handle something as simple as upgrading? The system can forcibly help the host break through a major realm, but it will consume 10 days of time. Within these 10 days, the system will not be able to use any functions, nor will it acquire upgrade points. Hearing this, I instantly stopped being anxious. I could figure out a way to find a cultivation technique myself, but I absolutely couldn't miss out on exploiting the system's perks. 10 days of time meant a guaranteed 10 upgrade points. It absolutely could not be wasted like that. Thinking this, I immediately added the last upgrade point to my telekinesis. Soon after, a prompt came from the system. Congratulations to the host for successfully upgrading telekinesis. Current level, telekinesis apprentice level 1. Martial arts level, apprentice level 9. And just as I was pondering, my younger brother Qianyun was dumbfounded watching from the side. Because the system could only be seen by me alone, he now just felt that I had become a psycho, actually talking to thin air. Immediately, he jogged all the way to our mother, crying and shouting loudly, "Older brother is crazy. He is talking to the air." He also said he's about to become a martial artist. But Mother Yang Ling was not surprised. On the contrary, a hint of pleasant surprise appeared on her face. "Really? I told you Xiaomu is talented. Becoming a martial artist definitely won't stump you. It seems the ferocious beast meat I brought back last time worked. If it wasn't for..." But before her words were finished, she saw several people at the door peeking inside. It turned out the commotion just now had startled the surrounding neighbors. At this moment, they came over one after another to watch the fun. Seeing a few aunties gossiping animatedly, Yang Ling quickly said sorry and closed the door. However, the news outside the door that I was going to become a martial artist had already rapidly spread throughout the entire tube-shaped apartment building. When the second day arrived, I went straight to the martial arts hall, deciding to test my punching force first. But when the receptionist saw my profile, a trace of doubt flashed in his eyes. "Apprentice level 5 and you want to take the martial artist exam?" He immediately showed a professional smile and then explained, "I'm very sorry, Mr. Qin. Non-martial artists cannot use the training ground or the testing ground. How about you try registering for the martial artist exam? The first registration for the martial artist exam is free. By then, you will be able to test your strength." I nodded helplessly, then followed the receptionist to the martial artist examination ground. And right at this moment, I spotted Lin Qianxue's exceptionally outstanding figure in the crowd. And she was the school beauty of the academy, excellent in both character and academics. And next to her was a young man, wearing a full-body metal combat suit. Amidst a burst of gasps, Lin Qianxue effortlessly punched a score of over 10,000. Following that, the young man also punched a score of 12,003 kilograms. "Lu Zhuo, your strength is improving so fast," Lin Qianxue congratulated with a smile. Hearing this, Lu Zhuo hurriedly scratched his head. Not at all, not at all. I just ate some good stuff recently." As the queue kept moving forward, it was soon time for my assessment. The examiner looked at the data on the virtual screen, revealing the same doubt in his eyes as the receptionist. "You are only level 5, what are you doing here making trouble? Just wasting the opportunity in vain." Hearing this, I didn't shrink back but bit the bullet and said, "I believe in my own strength. Even if I don't pass, it won't be that far off." Heh, what an arrogant young man. The examiner's eyes were full of disdain. "This is a martial artist assessment, not playing house. If you dare to get a score with too huge a gap, believe it or not, I will make you unable to participate in the assessment for the rest of your life." There was such a rule? I was a bit puzzled hearing this, but soon calmed down. And the examiner's loud voice clearly attracted the attention of the people nearby, who all coincidentally looked towards me. Lin Qianxue had originally planned to leave, but was also attracted over by this sudden scene. She looked at me and only felt I looked a bit familiar, but couldn't remember my name. However, facing everyone's doubtful gazes, I didn't shrink back at all, neither haughty nor humble as I said, "Excuse me, examiner. What score would not be considered a gap too huge? You haven't been scared away?" The examiner was genuinely a bit surprised. "Seeing you have some confidence, I won't make things difficult for you either. Scoring 8,000 kilograms won't be considered as looking down on the martial exam." Hearing this, I nodded confidently. 8,000, right? No problem. Subsequently, I took a deep breath, gathered the strength of my whole body, and abruptly threw a punch. Immediately after, the fist wind brought out a crisp crack in the air. Soon after, only a loud bang was heard. A number instantly burst forth on the punching force testing machine. 10,001 kilograms. The examiner immediately gasped, looking at the testing machine in disbelief. Then he turned his head and looked at the virtual screen again, insisting on believing there was a problem with the data. Even Lin Qianxue on the side had a face full of shock. How is this possible? He tested right in front of me yesterday. He clearly only had apprentice level 5 data at that time. How could he suddenly reach a martial artist's strength today? Looking at his destitute appearance, he probably can't afford gene enhancement fluid. Lu Zhuo followed Lin Qianxue's gaze, and after a slight surprise, he laughed nonchalantly. "Qianxue, I guess it's because I hammered a glitch into the machine just now. As long as the examiner asks that kid to test again, it will show a normal score." Hearing this, Lin Qianxue couldn't help but gently roll her eyes. "Hammered the machine broken? That is a martial general level testing machine. Do you have martial general level strength? However, apart from gene enhancement fluid, there seems to be no other possibility, right?" And on the other side, the examiner walked suspiciously to the front of the testing machine, fiddled back and forth for a long time but didn't find any problem with the instrument. Then he turned around and yelled at me sternly, "You try again. Throw a full-strength punch this time." I was also a little confused myself. I was clearly at apprentice level 9 with only 9,000 kilograms of strength. How could it exceed 10,000? Could the system really be broken? However, with no time to think more about it, I assumed the stance again, punching at full speed towards the center of the testing machine with both fists. As the testing machine emitted a series of rhythmic cracking sounds, the display screen next to the testing machine popped up a large number of digits. Soon, 50 consecutive punches ended. After the last punch was struck, the testing machine displayed the result: average punching force 9,180 kilograms. Apprentice level 9. The examiner was also dumbfounded this time. Then he looked over with a solemn expression. "You are a student, right? Yesterday should have been the graduation assessment for some high schools. Did you hide your strength under those circumstances?" Regarding this point, I had already thought of it when I came. No. My previous grades were indeed no good. But these past 2 days I ate some ferocious beast meat my mom bought through back channels. And then I got a fever. As a result, when I woke up, I felt my strength had vastly improved. So I came over to test it. The examiner was also caught in a moment of awkwardness. "You even dared to buy ferocious beast meat from the black market? Aren't you afraid of eating yourself to death? Seeing your ruddy complexion and powerful punches, I suppose there's no problem with your body. But it's best to go get checked anyway." Saying that, he tapped a few times consecutively on the virtual screen. "The martial exam is in 7 days. You should go back and prepare." Hearing this, I nodded, and subsequently heaved a sigh of relief. I should be able to get away with this, right? On the other side, Lu Zhuo sneered coldly. "This kid's luck is really dog's hit. He bought an unknown object from the black market, didn't die from eating it, and instead his strength surged." Doubt appeared in Lin Qianxue's eyes, and then she planned to buy this to try it. She immediately stepped forward 2 paces and walked in front of me. "This student Qin, can I ask what breed you ate? After all, I'm quite curious too. Ferocious beast meat that can increase strength by 5 levels after eating must at least be at the Grandmaster level, right?" Although I was surprised Lin Qianxue would come over to ask, the answer was already prepared. "I'm sorry, I really don't know this. I am just responsible for eating, not responsible for cooking." Hearing this, Lin Qianxue was suddenly a bit choked up. She wanted to ask something else but I had already walked far away. Lu Zhuo was annoyed seeing this. "Qianxue, lucky kids like this exist all the time. Why waste our time? The Thunderblade Grandmaster from the Myriad Sword Pavilion is starting his class in a while. It would be bad if we were late." Lin Qianxue gently shook her head. "Sorry, you go to the Grandmaster's class by yourself. I have some private matters to handle." After saying that, Lin Qianxue left the stunned Lu Zhuo behind and chased out alone. Leveling up 5 levels in one day, what kind of concept was this? She exercised every day, took supplements with every meal, and occasionally went to listen to lectures under grandmasters. Moreover, she had tutoring at the martial general level. All of this still cost her 3 years just to break through 5 levels. What kind of thing could directly raise 5 levels after being eaten? Lin Qianxue decided she had to figure it out. On the other side, I didn't have a smart device and couldn't receive notifications. So before leaving, I still planned to confirm the martial exam details again. Thus thinking, I walked to the front desk. "Hello Mr. Qin, have you finished the assessment?" The receptionist was coincidentally still the previous receptionist. "Do you have any plans to register for a membership now? Our martial arts hall's membership is very cost-effective. The cultivation equipment and testing equipment are all top-notch. Becoming a member also allows you to enter the martial artist exchange area to learn experience, and even receive some tasks posted by martial artists." Seeing he still wanted to keep talking, I quickly explained. "No, I just want to confirm the time and location of the martial exam." Hearing this, the receptionist was clearly a bit surprised. He immediately turned his head and opened the screen to check. The martial exam requires prospective martial artist strength to participate. But before his words were finished, he saw my status as a prospective martial artist impressively displayed on the screen, and was instantly a bit shocked. Immediately, his face changed to a respectful expression. "Respected Mr. Prospective Martial Artist, customer service Xiao Bing is very happy to serve you." Following closely, he bowed with a brilliant smile and continued. "You are participating in the martial artist assessment for the first time, and your age has not exceeded 20 years old. You can claim a Jiang City exclusive, meant for talented young martial artists. Prepared growth gift bag. The gift bag contains 10,000 credit points and 1 martial arts hall membership card." Seeing my obvious reaction to the credit points, Xiao Bing's sales enthusiasm suddenly skyrocketed and he immediately started talking nonstop. "Sir, actually, with your talent, you can already be considered excellent. As an excellent prospective martial artist, you can also choose to sign a contract to become an outer member of the martial arts hall. Outer members of the martial arts hall can not only become members for free, but also receive a monthly subsidy of 10,000 credit points. In return, you only need to take all your hunted items and sell them to the martial arts hall. The prices are all public, and there will absolutely be no price discrimination using big data. I can get 10,000 a month without doing anything?" Hearing this, I was a bit surprised and asked, "Are you sure?" But just as my voice fell, Lin Qianxue hurried over, running fast, and then said somewhat complainingly, "Why are you signing a contract without even saying hello to me?" Then, without allowing any explanation, she directly pulled me away. My first freeloading job was gone just like that. I immediately felt a bit regretful. And behind us, Lu Zhuo had almost clenched his fists to the point of exploding. Where did this dead pauper come from? How dare he hold Qianxue's hand? Then he turned on his smart device and shouted in a low voice, "You scanned that kid just now, right? I want all of his information. Right now, immediately." After a short while, all my information completely appeared in the virtual projection. When he saw that my mother worked at the Tianlu Ferocious Beast Processing Plant, a trace of an evil smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. And on the other side, after the two of us went out the door, Lin Qianxue finally let me go, then stuck out her tongue and said playfully, "Sorry, classmate. I was a bit presumptuous just now. But things happened suddenly. Who would have thought you would suddenly want to sign that kind of agreement?" Hearing this, I was somewhat surprised. "Why, is there a problem with that agreement? It's just a targeted sale. It didn't stipulate that I must sell, let alone how much to sell." Lin Qianxue instantly revealed an astonished look. "You couldn't be thinking of trying to slip by, right? Every martial arts hall faction has strict inspection methods. The simplest rule is, you must hand over all your harvest when entering the city. As long as you sign the contract, there is no such thing as keeping it for yourself. If you want to eat it yourself, that's fine. That just means you sell it and then buy it back from the martial arts hall's mall." Although that wasn't my idea, I was still instantly shocked by such despicable methods. "Now you know how severe it is, right?" Lin Qianxue raised her head a bit proudly and said, "Your talent is not bad. You might not see it with low-level ferocious beasts, but for ferocious beasts at the martial general level and above, there will be a huge gap in prices. At that time, even if you want to eat it yourself or bring it to your family, you will have to pay a price difference of more than 30%. Seeing me shocked speechless, Lin Qianxue continued to smile and said, "Then shouldn't you thank me? There are actually people who actively demand thanks?" But I did indeed feel that this agreement was a bit of a trap, so I politely said thank you to her. Lin Qianxue nodded in satisfaction. "Now let's talk business. Agreements from most martial arts hall factions have exclusivity. There are many trap clauses inside. You are still young. And your talent is not bad. There is no need to sign an agreement so early. Wait until the martial artist assessment is over. If your performance is outstanding, at that time, various factions will offer you more favorable conditions. This can be considered a little trick. You seem to know a lot about martial artist matters. Are there also tricks in the martial exam? After asking, I casually followed up with a sentence. I can pay. Under reasonable circumstances. Lin Qianxue raised her head in thought for a moment. That there isn't. During the martial exam, drones will follow throughout the whole process. There are no skills or tricks to speak of. The only trick is, do not hide your strength. Saying this, Lin Qianxue's expression turned serious. Hiding strength is completely unnecessary. That will only delay your own development. Martial arts hall members seem to be able to use various cultivation equipment. But in reality, many cultivation rooms have time limits. Ordinary members can only use them for a maximum of 1 hour per week. Think about it, this is just equipment. The other various beast cores and various gene potions are also extremely rare in quantity. Without extraordinary talent, on what grounds would the martial arts hall provide you with resources for cultivation? Furthermore, if you buy them with money, the prices are simply outrageously high. Understood. Although I didn't know much about Lin Qianxue, from her body full of designer brands, I could tell. Her family did not lack money. If even she found the prices hard to accept, then to me, they would be astronomical figures. Seeing her say so much, she probably thought I had hidden my strength earlier. Subsequently, I pondered slightly and said, are you wanting to know about the ferocious beast meat? I truly don't know. If there is a chance to buy it next time, I will definitely notify you. Lin Qianxue chasing me out wasn't for some ferocious beast meat, because she knew that was almost impossible. She remembered the extremely special situation her grandfather had mentioned, that is, spirit telekinesis masters. Rumor has it that some genius telekinesis masters could show absolutely no performance for over 10 years, but once the telekinesis core in their minds burst open, their strength would skyrocket in an instant. However, leveling up 5 levels overnight was extremely rare even for spirit telekinesis masters. Having this guess, Lin Qianxue decided to rope me in. After all, any spirit telekinesis master is an object of contention among major families. Moreover, a genius spirit telekinesis master is an existence that can be encountered but not sought. Thinking this, Lin Qianxue smiled and said, please don't mind the ferocious beast matter. I was just asking. There are still 7 days left until the martial exam. Jiang City has about 10,000 candidates participating. Besides the students of this cohort, there are also candidates who failed in previous years. There are even candidates who wouldn't take the exam for consecutive years. Just to astonish everyone with a single feat at the martial exam. You are not a martial arts hall member. Do you have a place to cultivate? No need, I have a method of cultivation. I thought about it and directly refused. Lin Qianxue seemed to have guessed it too. Alright. Then let's leave our smart device numbers. When the time comes, we can take the assessment together. Maybe we can be assigned closer to each other. Watching the other party show her smart device, I was instantly embarrassed. The trashiest smart device would cost at least 7 or 8,000 credit points. How could I afford to play with that? I do have a broken cell phone though. Thinking this, I hurriedly waved my hands and smiled. No need. We can talk about it when the time comes. As the words fell, I directly turned and left, leaving only Lin Qianxue instantly standing dumbfounded at the door of the martial arts hall. What's the situation? Just asking for a number. Is it that difficult? In the past, it was always others asking me for my number. Lin Qianxue only ever gave her number to others based on her mood. She wouldn't give it to anyone not pleasing to her eyes, no matter how rich they were. So it turns out being refused a number is this uncomfortable? Thinking this, she only felt a bit stifled in her heart. Then she thought indignantly, I better refuse more people next time. I must earn this back. I should refuse at least 100 people, right? At the same time, I walked on the road and looked at my phone. Seeing the message that 10,000 credit points had arrived in my account, I finally heaved a sigh of relief. Afterwards, I directly opened the panel to check my attributes. Invincible upgrade system. Upgrade points, 0. Martial arts cultivation, apprentice level 9. Telekinesis cultivation, apprentice level 2. Cultivation technique, none. I haven't even asked about the cultivation technique for the remaining 7 days. I guess I'll only have a chance after the martial exam. Then for the remaining 7 days, it is just enough to raise my telekinesis cultivation to level 9. Seeing telekinesis, I finally remembered. That strike just now that broke through 10,000 kilograms. Could it have been because of telekinesis? If calculated like this, as long as I study telekinesis well, even if my level is not enough to be a martial artist, My actual punches could directly match those of a martial artist. I just don't know what level it equates to, and I have nowhere to test it even if I wanted to. No, I should go to the martial arts hall tomorrow and register for a membership. The first month's price is quite cheap. Just as I was thinking, a dark shadow suddenly flashed before my eyes. Then with a bang, both sides instantly crashed into each other. The dark shadow opposite me was directly knocked away by me. While I was completely fine, I raised my eyes to look, and it was exactly the unit in trance downstairs of my home. The person who fell to the ground was as thin and weak as a monkey. At this moment, he was cursing and swearing while climbing up from the ground. Kid, do you the F***ck know who I am? Right after this person's voice fell, several sturdy dark shadows around immediately surrounded me. I saw that every one of them was bare-chested, wearing pure black metal vests on their chests. It was graffitied with all kinds of colors and I couldn't tell what was written, but a wolf's head in the middle was very obvious. Only then did I realize that this gang was from the evil wolf gang. They were a gang entrenched in the nearby neighborhood, and just as I was pondering, I heard the bald leader say with a sinister smile, "Yo yo yo, who did I think it was? Isn't this the newly advanced martial artist adult of our neighborhood? Holy crap, they know me? And they even know I advanced to a martial artist? I didn't expect the neighborhood auntie's sound transmission ability to be this strong." In a single day's time, it actually spread throughout the entire neighborhood. At this moment, only a muffled thud was heard. The skinny monkey I knocked down just now flipped over with a roll, and immediately revealed a spinning dagger, smiling wickedly. Martial artist adult. Times are tough nowadays. Lend some credit points to the brothers for emergencies, why don't you? Hearing this, I directly laughed. If this was in the past, I would definitely turn around and run away. But today, since you guys took the initiative to come knocking on my door, then don't blame me. Thinking this, I revealed a calm smile. Since you know I am a martial artist, you still dare to rob me? As soon as I said this, the several people immediately burst into wild laughter, mocking me for overestimating myself. Kid, calling you a martial artist adult. And you really think you're a big shot, huh? Do you think my evil wolf gang is afraid of martial artists? You probably don't know my reputation as the blue-eyed wolf. The martial artists who died at my hands are at least 8, if not 10. As his words fell, there were a few more mocking laughs. A poor bastard. I figure you haven't seen much of the world either. See that over there? That's a 98K. For a guy like you who can't even afford a D-tier helmet, 10 heads wouldn't be enough to shoot. As he spoke, the burly man pointed his hand at his head and made a gun gesture. Seeing this, I was a little surprised. Can street thugs carry this kind of stuff nowadays? I didn't plan on throwing my own head against the muzzle of a gun, so I spread my hands and smiled. Tell me, what do you want? Hearing this, the corners of Blue-Eyed Wolf's mouth instantly split into a grin. Fucking sensible. Looking at you, you just went to the martial arts hall for the assessment, right? A teenage martial artist under 20 years old has at least a 10,000 credit point reward. I secretly cursed, the noses of these dogs are really sharp. Then I frowned and asked, is that all? Seeing me so cooperative, Blue-Eyed Wolf instantly burst into wild laughter. Of course it's more than that. We brothers are very clear about your situation. Otherwise, we wouldn't have blocked you downstairs at your house. That fierce beast meat that let you jump 5 levels consecutively. Hand that over as well. Skinny monkey on the side saw this and quickly followed up with a stern voice. Don't forget to tell us the purchase channel. And your contact person. I was truly speechless at this moment. Just one sentence from my mom yesterday had been spread into who knows how many versions overnight. Now they are actually blocking my door, treating it like some treasure. I took a deep breath. If these were just random street thugs blocking the way, it would be better to avoid trouble. But now these people are clearly coming for me. They blocked my door and even knew my house number. If I don't handle this well today, it will only become more troublesome in the future. Thinking of this, my heart suddenly chilled. At the same time, the blade in my pocket began to tremble slightly. Then my eyes suddenly swept the surroundings, instantly locating the sniper's position. After confirming he was at the left rear, about 6 meters away, my heart completely settled. The burly man saw me still in a daze and immediately shouted angrily, "Kid, what are you still thinking about? Do you really want a shot to the head?" Seeing this, I quickly waved my hand to say no need. I'll just put down the groceries and grab my phone. Hearing my words, Blue-Eyed Wolf almost died laughing. What era is this, still using a mobile phone? Truly a fucking poor bastard. I didn't say much. After putting down the packaging bags, I reached out and slowly reached into my pocket. At this moment, my right hand suddenly flicked out violently. A force of 9,000 kilograms was instantly unleashed. A crisp crack was instantly whipped out of the air. Following closely was a tiny black shadow flying rapidly forward. The thug leader, Blue-Eyed Wolf, didn't expect me to actually dare to fight back. He hurriedly shouted to his subordinate holding the 98K. Lingzi, shoot. But this shout was like a stone dropping into the ocean. There was no response at all. Blue-eyed Wolf instantly became furious. He hastily turned his head to look, only to see Lingzi, who was holding the 98K, with dull eyes. A thin, half-inch blood mark imprinted right between his eyebrows. Blue-eyed Wolf was instantly dumbfounded. What's the situation? As for me, after landing the first strike, I instantly pulled back my hand and threw a punch. This strike carried a full 10,000 kilograms of force, smashing directly into Blue-eyed Wolf's face. Then, only a crack was heard. His entire face caved in instantly, followed by blood squeezing and spraying out from around my fist. Seeing this, Skinny Monkey on the side was not frightened by the blood. Instead, he became exceptionally ferocious and rushed towards me holding a knife. At this time, my fist had already been pulled back. It turned into a hand blade backhandedly, slashing straight towards Skinny Monkey's arm. A sinister smile curved at the corner of Skinny Monkey's mouth. Then his body suddenly leaned back, and he kicked flying straight towards my vitals. The corner of my eye caught a glimpse of cold light flashing. I immediately cursed inwardly. This bastard actually has a knife on his foot. I sighed inwardly that I was a bit careless just now. But now it was too late to retreat. I violently opened my eyes and shouted explosively, "Telekinesis!" Immediately, my mind instantly focused to a single point. The metal blade under Skinny Monkey's foot was suddenly pushed to the side. What was originally a sure hit strike missed completely. Skinny Monkey was completely stunned. His eyes were filled with sheer disbelief. How is this possible? Where did you get a third hand to push the knife away? You are. Right at this moment, instead of retreating, I advanced. I slashed forcefully with my hand blade, chopping accurately onto Skinny Monkey's throat. Only a crack was heard. His throat was crushed by the chop. His unfinished words were ultimately all blocked back into his throat. Following closely, my right hand changed from a blade to a palm, pinching Skinny Monkey's neck, directly lifting him up to block my side. The dagger of the burly man beside me was originally about to stab into my body. But this time, it was blocked by Skinny Monkey's body. Pausing slightly, I also managed to stand firm again. Adjusting my position, I stepped half a pace back with my right foot and instantly kicked out. Papa, two explosive sounds burst out. With this strike, even through my sneakers, I could feel the sensation of eggshells shattering. Then the burly man's whole body flew up in collapse. His face was twisted in pain, followed by a burst of pig-slaughtering squeals. Since I made my move, only 1 or 2 breaths had passed. The tide of battle was reversed in an instant. Even if the last burly man was extremely stupid, he knew he had run into a tough opponent today, so he turned and ran. Unfortunately, I pushed out with a single palm. An almost inaudible sound of tearing air rang out. In the next second, the fleeing burly man directly plunged to the ground. His feet were still twitching from time to time, but not a single word could come out of his mouth. I turned back with a twisting lock, controlling the neck of the man howling in agony. With a crack, I snapped his neck. After taking care of them all, I breathed a sigh of relief. But there was no time to delay. Recalling the blade, I smacked it forcefully, slapping the blade directly tens of meters into the ground. Then I picked up the 98K and fired a few shots, bang bang bang, right into the sniper's forehead. Next was the fainted Blue-eyed Wolf. I also fired a few shots to finish him off. Firing the gun was to erase the traces of the blade attack. Lin Qianxue said not to hide my strength. But as for the matter of telekinesis, no matter how I thought about it, I should keep it as a trump card first. If I didn't have telekinesis today, losing my credit points was a certainty. Even if they took the money, the other party wouldn't necessarily spare my life. After cleaning up the battlefield, finally, I took out my phone and called the police. Soon, the security team arrived. 2 security officers got off the car to inspect the scene. The second in command of the evil wolf gang, Blue-eyed Wolf. 5 dead. Young man, you reported the case? The security officer roughly inspected the scene. Finding only me, a young man, he opened his mouth to ask, "Did you see the killer?" The security officer turned on his smart device to start recording. "I killed them," I answered calmly. The 2 security officers were instantly stunned. Only then did they begin to re-examine me. Seeing that my body was covered with splattered bloodstains, their pupils abruptly shrank. Thud thud thud, they retreated simultaneously and pulled out their stun guns. "Freeze, put your hands up." I slowly raised my hands and said indifferently, "I am a martial artist." Hearing this, the 2 security officers' expressions immediately improved a lot. But they still had doubts. This is a lower-class community. This guy still looks like a student. Has he already become a martial artist? Don't move, one security officer maintained vigilance. The other person clicked on his smart device to scan me. Not long after, the information popped up. Xin Mu, 18 years old. quasi-martial artist. Seeing this, the two were no longer nervous. The stun guns were also put away. These few are from the evil Wolfgang. They were staking out to rob you? I put down my hands and nodded slightly. They knew I passed the martial artist exam and got a reward, so they blocked me downstairs. Me fighting back is not a problem, right? The security officer waved his hand. What's the problem with that? It's just a few dead punks. These guys have also blocked martial artists in a few neighborhoods ahead. As for you, you should be the first to counter-kill them. The security officer suddenly remembered something. Oh right, according to the informant. Didn't they have a 98K? The space between my eyebrows twitched slightly. The first shot didn't fire. For the second shot, I was faster. Regarding my performance, the two security officers went from initial doubt to amazement. Not bad. Do you want to consider joining the military? Even if you don't want to enter the military academy, you can be directly assigned to the security team. I hesitated for a moment. I still need to discuss it with my family. It's fine, here is my number. Tell me when you've thought it through. Old Wang is also a martial artist. But only a stage 2 martial artist. I saw Old Wang was about to leave and asked, "Don't I need to go back with you to make a record?" The two laughed at the same time. This little matter is already fully recorded. The remaining matters will be handled by the logistics team. Old Wang familiarly patted my shoulder. Just go home with peace of mind and cultivate well. Strive to get a good ranking. And win some glory for our tube-shaped apartment complex here. And on the other side, inside the Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall. The director, Guo Youwei, looked at the examiner with a shocked face. Reporting today's preliminary test results. What do you want me to say about you? Guo Youwei let out a long sigh. Even though it's your first time as an examiner. You can't be this outrageous, right? An 18-year-old teenager broke through 5 levels overnight. And you actually just asked a couple of questions and let him go. Guo Youwei was almost mad enough to fall ill. You said fierce beast meat. Poisonous fierce beast meat can increase punching force in a short time. But look at the video. He punched continuously so steadily without even panting. What does that prove? Yesterday's examiner, Gao Xiaoliang, immediately exclaimed in shock. Stable physical fitness. His apprentice stage 9 is genuine. Could it be he's hiding something? Guo Youwei immediately slammed a fist on the table, gnashing his teeth in anger. Are you a pig? Hide? He is a teenager from a bottom-tier tenement building. Hide what? Hide a factory work ID? Gao Xiaoliang truly didn't know what to say. Director, then what do you say? Guo Youwei was completely speechless. For such a result to appear, there are only 2 possibilities. The first is that he injected genetic enhancement medicine, or ate a natural spirit marrow-level fruit. The second is that he might have awakened telekinesis. Gao Xiaoliang immediately drew a sharp breath of cold air. I let go of a telekinetic master. Finally remembered? A telekinetic master who advanced 5 levels overnight. Absolutely a genius telekinetic master. Guo Youwei was also exasperated. I just temporarily left the city for a day. And you ended up playing a big one on me. Get out, get out, get out. If you don't find Qin Mu and bring him back today, don't bother coming back yourself. Yes, Gao Xiaoliang roared and ran out. The next day, Gao Xiaoliang waited at the entrance of the martial arts hall. Guo Youwei's car parked by the roadside. As soon as he got off, he saw Gao Xiaoliang sporting a pair of panda eyes. Couldn't find him. Gao Xiaoliang nodded helplessly. The address on the file is wrong. As for the homeowner's surname Qin, I also checked them all. None of their kids are named Qin Mu. Guo Youwei inwardly sighed that this guy's brain really lacked something. You didn't know to check his school. By finding his teacher, how could you not find his parents? How could you not get his address? And yet you fucking went to check all the residents. Gao Xiaoliang looked puzzled. But didn't you say yesterday that there's no need to ask over at the school? Guo Youwei really wanted to spit this guy to death. Get out, get out, get out, I'll go myself. Before his voice faded, he saw Gao Xiaoliang looking at him with a shocked face. Still looking? Are you really planning to let me go myself? Guo Youwei couldn't hold back anymore and cursed on the spot. Across from him, Gao Xiaoliang's eyes instead gleamed. He pointed to the side and shouted out loud. Qin Mu. 2 voices rang out at the same time. One was Gao Xiaoliang's. The other was Lin Qianxue's. Lin Qianxue asked for a smart device number yesterday but didn't get it. She was so angry she couldn't fall asleep half the night. She got up early in the morning and came to the Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall to stake him out. But she didn't expect to actually catch him. But what surprised her was that the examiner seemed to be staking me out too. Could it be they also knew about Qin Mu's situation? Thinking this, Lin Qianxue immediately took a big step forward and grabbed my arm. Why are you only here now? I haven't eaten yet. Accompany me to get breakfast first. Ah, my eyes were dazed. I had just arrived at the martial arts hall. And in one sentence, I had to face two groups of people. Wait a moment, Guo Youwei's eyes were extremely sharp. He immediately flashed forward to block the two. Then he looked me up and down and immediately smiled. Don't be nervous. I am the director of Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall, Guo Youwei. Lin Qianxue, however, was secretly alarmed. A martial general cultivation level. And the level isn't low either. He's a high-level martial general. Now it's probably going to be really hard to leave. I genuinely didn't know what was going on. Director Guo, do you need me for something? Guo Youwei nodded. Of course. And it's a good thing. But it's not quite convenient here. How about we go inside and chat slowly? Lin Qianxue wrinkled her nose. Director Guo, how about we wait until we finish eating? Guo Youwei sneered inwardly. Playing this trick with me. Xiaoyang, go to the kitchen and bring a few breakfasts to my office. Remember, bring exactly 3 portions of everything. Cao Xiaoyang finally understood the order this time and left with an acknowledgement. Soon, a lavish breakfast filled the table. Eating this early in the morning. After seeing it, I was truly a bit surprised. Guo Youwei smiled slightly and said, martial artists major in punching force and train their physical power. Eating is the primary method of energy intake. If you want to train well, you must eat well first. I certainly knew I had to eat well. But this food was a bit too good. Downing 3 caddies of fierce beast meat right in the morning, then inhaling dozens of beast eggs. Followed by drinking a few caddies of beast milk. This single meal would cost several thousands. Guo Youwei cast an approving glance at Gao Xiaoyang. This guy finally did something right. Qin Mu is a poor kid from the lower-class tube-shaped apartments. A teenager like this must first be odd. Then it would be easy to negotiate. However, Lin Qianxue gave a slightly disdainful smile. Stage 2 fierce beef meat. What the Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall eats is pretty average too. Only these eggs are barely acceptable. Stage 3 fire-tailed bird. Speaking of this, I actually knew about it. The classification of fierce beasts and martial artists is somewhat different. Martial artist classification starts from apprentice levels 1 to 9. Then it is martial artist 9 stages, martial general 9 stages, and grandmaster 9 stages. Finally, great grandmaster. But fierce beasts do not have an apprentice level. Stages 1 to 3 correspond to a martial artist. Stages 4 to 6 correspond to a martial general. Stages 7 to 9 correspond to a grandmaster. Super tier fierce beasts correspond to a great grandmaster. A stage 3 fire-tailed bird already has the strength of a stage 9 martial artist. If it is a pack leader, its strength might break through to stage 4. He who comes is not well-intentioned. Guo Youwei had already seen at the martial arts hall entrance that this little girl's intentions weren't pure. Now he didn't pretend anymore. You're clearly trying to poach someone, aren't you? Qin Mu, is this your classmate? Without waiting for my reply, Lin Qianxue spoke calmly and composedly. Lin Wu Group, Lin Qianxue. Guo Youwei instantly understood and let out a chuckle. So it is the second miss of the Lin family. Ha ha. As one of the 12 principal groups of the Myriad Commerce Alliance, the Lin Wu Group. I didn't expect you to be so approachable. Kidding me? I looked at Lin Qianxue with a face full of astonishment. Had it been another name, I might really not have known it. But the Lin Wu Group was one of the 3 major corporate groups in Jiangcheng. And the Myriad Commerce Alliance was a super commercial alliance covering the entire Dragon Planet. It could be said to be one of the strongest factions on Dragon Planet. At least 1/3 of the entire Dragon Planet's commercial business goes through the Myriad Commerce Alliance. This was an absolute super second-generation rich kid. However, Jiangcheng No. 2 High School was just an ordinary martial arts school. Not a school that rich second-generation kids should attend. Why would she come here to study? Lin Qianxue saw my gaze was off. And knew that Guo Youwei's single sentence had reduced all her image to ashes. She was clearly just kindly helping out and trying to recruit me along the way. But now it seemed like intentional bias. I study at No. 2 High School because my family requested it. I personally feel it's pretty good too. As for recruiting you, I was just afraid you'd sign a slavery contract without knowing better. Lin Qianxue said frankly. Yesterday your cultivation skyrocketed. 5 levels in one night. It's highly possible you have awakened telekinesis. I'm just guessing. I don't have certainty. If you really are a telekinetic master, the Linwu Group's contract will definitely be the most cost-effective for you. Even if you aren't a telekinetic master, it doesn't matter. I'll still fight for the most favorable contract for you. After all, we're classmates. I don't want to mix in too many other things. Holy shit. Yesterday I was still thinking about hiding my telekinetic master identity slightly. Yet just one day later, every fucking person knows about it. Seeing me not speaking, Guo Youwei unhurriedly followed up. Since second Miss Lin has spoken, then there's no need for me to hide it either. You yourself might not even know yet. Right now, you just need to concentrate and try to control this dining knife. And you'll know whether you are a telekinetic master or not. Alright, I'll try my best. If it doesn't work, don't blame me. After saying that, I immediately gathered my mind and tightly furrowed my brows, reaching my hand out into the air, aiming at the dining knife. I even squeezed out a few drops of cold sweat on my forehead. The dining knife trembled slightly on the porcelain plate, emitting a few crisp sounds. It really is. Lin Qianxue and Guo Youwei both simultaneously revealed expressions of certainty. Smack, the dining knife suddenly jolted and flew through the air right into my palm. Guo Youwei felt wild joy in his heart. The specific level cannot be tested here. But with your talent of leaping 5 levels overnight, you can at least be evaluated as an S-class genius. Lin Qianxue nodded. S-class genius. S-class contract. Contracts are divided into 2 types. One is a core member. The other is an outer member. I suggest you sign the core one. This way, the Myriad Commerce Alliance can provide you with an initial startup fund of 50 million credit points and a monthly cultivation fee of 10 million. At the same time, you'll have a 30% discount on all internal products of the Myriad Commerce Alliance, if it's an outer member. Then there's only an initial fund of 5 million and 1 million in support per month. The benefit is that there are no obligations, only the requirement to sell fierce beasts to us. Unlike martial arts halls, the Myriad Commerce Alliance's sales have no middleman price difference. For a martial artist, how much you sell it for is how much we buy it for. Guo Youwei knew. A single sentence wouldn't completely dispel my relationship with Lin Qianxue. After all, we were classmates. Plus, Lin Qianxue was a super beautiful girl. The lethality of such a beautiful girl towards a teenage boy was not just ordinarily huge. In terms of funds, apart from the Broken Star Martial Arts Hall, I'm afraid no one can compete with the Myriad Commerce Alliance. Guo Youwei paused for a moment. But the Myriad Commerce Alliance is a commercial alliance after all. In cultivating geniuses, although they aren't bad, they cannot compare with a martial arts hall. After all, martial arts halls are existences specifically dedicated to cultivating martial artists. Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall's S-Class contract has an initial fund of 20 million. In addition, I can apply for another 10 million increase for you, plus 2 million in cultivation funds every month. The 30% discount in the mall is the same. What's different is, as an S-Class Genius contract, you can maximize the use of all cultivation equipment in the Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall, including the high-level cultivation rooms that only super members can use. The moment I heard this, I knew these people were all bullshitting. What initial funds? What monthly cultivation fees? They mentioned all the benefits but conveniently left out the costs. How could there be a free lunch in this world? What are the requirements? Even though I lacked money. But I wouldn't carelessly throw away my life for money. Lin Qianxue shot me an appreciative glance. There really weren't many people who wouldn't be awed by 50 million. Especially for a person of ordinary net worth. It was even more difficult. Core members must execute monthly missions according to the Alliance's requirements. Of course, there won't be many dangerous missions in the early stages. Since the Alliance invested funds, they will definitely guarantee the safety of their geniuses. Only then can they recoup their investment. Outer members do not have any mission requirements. Only the rule that fierce beasts must be sold to the Alliance. Guo Youwei didn't waste words either. For geniuses, martial arts halls don't have such a thing as outer members. There are only core members. The missions in the early stages are 0. Cultivating well is the sole mission of a genius. As for the S-Class Genius contract, missions will only be assigned to those at least at the 9th stage of Martial General or Grandmaster. Speaking of this, Guo Youwei suddenly paused. Shenmu values the contract's obligations so heavily, which is very different from past geniuses. It seems this little guy belongs to the risk-averse type. Simply put, the life-preserving type. He doesn't want to lose his life because of a contract. This is very natural. No one wants to lose their life over a piece of paper. Thinking of this, Guo Youwei knew he had definitely won. There is one more thing you need to know. The 10,000 Merchants Alliance are businessmen. As you just heard, investment requires a return. To them, a martial artist's return lies in hunting fierce beasts. A massive number of hunting missions are inevitable. But the Martial Arts Hall doesn't need this. The Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall mainly cultivates martial artists. Making money is only to maintain the hall's operations. Our goal is to guard Jiangcheng, develop Jiangcheng, and strengthen Jiangcheng, in hopes that one day we can reclaim the territories occupied by the fierce beasts. Guo Youwei said confidently. Hunting fierce beasts is not our primary objective. Investigating and clearing out fierce beasts are all premised on safety. After all, powerful martial artists are our greatest reliance. Defending Jiangcheng is the mission of a martial artist. Your family is also in Jiangcheng. Would you abandon them and flee? If so, then even if my Jiangcheng loses a genius spirit reader today, I will not let any faction accept you. Martial artists do not need cowards. Cherishing your life is fine, but you cannot lose your integrity. My heart skipped a beat, and I pondered. If the country is destroyed, where is the home? I still understand this bit of reasoning. The contracts from both sides have a monetary gap of 20 million. To be honest, I really feel I can't use that much. Safety is my biggest consideration. Whether or not to join a faction. I had also thought this through last night. The 10,000 Merchants Alliance is a powerful faction. But their foundation is ultimately that of merchants. No matter how rich merchants are. In terms of power, they cannot compare to the Zhengcheng Martial Arts Hall, because this is a martial arts hall established by Zhengcheng, a martial arts hall affiliated with the Federation. This is the largest authority mechanism on Dragon Planet. Naturally, I would gain the safety I need. At the same time, I would gain safety for my family. I currently do not have the ability to change things. Better to preserve myself first before talking about anything else. How is the security in the tube-shaped apartment buildings? Only those who have lived there know. Surviving depends entirely on luck. I do not intend to, for a tiny bit of meaningless, illusory sense of freedom, gamble the lives of my entire family. I will join the martial arts hall. With almost no overthinking, I made my decision. Lin Qianxue was dumbfounded on the spot. 20 million. A difference of 2 million per month. Which is another 20 plus million a year. Such a huge gap. Why? For her first investment. To be honest, Lin Qianxue was determined to win. Even against a 9th-stage martial general supervisor like Guo Youwei, she had to fight for it. In terms of funds, she even utilized her father's maximum authority, offering 20% more. The 10,000 Merchants Alliance's S-Class contract is at most 40 million. Only the 12 principal heads of the 10,000 Merchants Alliance have the right to increase it by 20%. Exceeding the opponent by a large margin and still losing? I don't believe it. Ha! Guo Youwei laughed heartily. Indeed, a youth should choose the martial arts hall. As for wealth, once your capability is reached, you can naturally earn it no matter what. For a grandmaster level, the price of a single fierce beast is more than 10 million. Strength is a martial artist's greatest wealth. I don't think so. Safety is my greatest wealth. Leveling up once a day. I can become invincible just by idling. Is there a need to risk my life? There's no need for that. Finding a safe place to idle is the top priority. Guo Youwei projected the contract from the smart device at his hand. You can take a look at the specific terms. Or you can let this Miss Lin help you study them. Lin Qianxue was still in a daze. I still have to study the contract myself. After the spirit reading level upgraded, my cognitive abilities and memory have both improved. Now I can read 10 lines at a glance. And there is no obstacle in reading the contract. Instead, I quickly understood all the terms. After reading, I directly pressed my handprint on the projection. Guo Youwei waved his large hand, and directly transferred 20 million to my account. The remaining 10 million. Wait for me to apply with the hall master. It will arrive in a few days. You can first familiarize yourself with weapons and equipment in the martial arts hall's training room, and then make your purchases. In a few days, the martial exam will not restrict the use of high-level equipment. This will be of great benefit to your results. Guo Youwei continued. Alright, we still need to confirm your spirit reader level. Saying so, he ignored the still-dazed Lin Qianxue, and directly pulled me towards the testing ground. Inside the testing ground, Guo Youwei prepared a blunt dagger for me. Control it with your telekinesis, and smash it against the punching force tester with all your might. Don't worry about breaking it. This punching force tester is specially made for spirit readers. Its durability is comparable to the Grandmaster level. I silently took a breath. Since my spirit reader identity was already known, then there was no need to hide anymore. Raising my hand to control the dagger, I focused my mind and calmed my breath. All my telekinetic power suddenly burst out. The punching force tester instantly trembled. The projection next to it accurately displayed the number 3,520 kilograms. Guo Youwei immediately gasped, feeling endlessly exhilarated in his heart. Having level 3 telekinesis right after awakening. If we wait until the awakening is fully complete, wouldn't he be able to advance to a martial general? Just level 3 apprentice telekinesis. How could he determine a martial general cultivation level? I thought to myself, did I overdo it? Lin Qianxue's distressed voice came from behind. You idiot. Why didn't you use your full strength just now? The breath held in Lin Qianxue's chest almost suffocated her. She quickly stepped forward and pouted her little mouth. Her resentful gaze fixed dead on me. A spirit reader's awakening is different from a martial artist's. Martial artists must cultivate step by step. But a spirit reader relies on talent. It's talent, understand? Once awakened, even with ordinary training, they can reach the limits of their talent all the way. Before reaching the limits of their talent, There is no such thing as a ceiling for spirit readers, with an initial awakening increasing 5 levels overnight. Then, judging by normal spirit reader experience, at least before their talent is exhausted, they can reach the 9th stage of a spirit reader. Speaking of this, Lin Qianxue glared bitterly at the tester. But as a result, you proficiently applied telekinesis right after awakening, and your ability broke through level 3. This means your talent is higher than previously thought. If I had known just now, I could have obviously offered you better terms. I looked at her and calmly shook my head. It's not about the money. You're overthinking it. Guo Youwei let out a booming voice. Worthy of being a youth of my Jiangcheng. Your talent is indeed higher than expected earlier. But don't worry about losing out either. Genius contracts can be upgraded. 3 months. As long as you can advance to a martial general level spirit reader within 3 months, the contract can be upgraded to SS class. All benefits will be doubled. There are even SSS class contracts. But that is for peerless geniuses that only appear once a century on the entire dragon planet. You would have to break through to the Grandmaster level within a year at least to have hope. Hee, peerless genius. I laughed inwardly. Geniuses have to work hard and struggle. But I don't need to. Do you have a problem with me? Lin Qianxue was truly speechless. She really wanted to know where she went wrong. Could it be because I rejected you before? This was the only reason Lin Qianxue could think of. After all, in the span of 3 years, so many people came up to her asking for her smart number, and were all rejected by her. Perhaps Qin Mu was one of those people. She just didn't have an impression of it. Lin Qianxue was very certain at this moment. On the other hand, my eyes were full of bewilderment. I don't remember us talking during the 3 years of high school. Lin Qianxue's self-esteem was really hurt this time. Well then, goodbye. Guo Youwei took 2 steps forward and patted my shoulder. Little Qin, don't feel any burden. The daughter of the Linwu group indeed has an extraordinary status. But you are a genius. If a martial general isn't enough, then become a grandmaster. If a grandmaster isn't enough, then become a great grandmaster. I don't believe the Linwu group would have the guts to reject a great grandmaster. Where is his train of thought going? The corners of my mouth twitched. Supervisor Guo, you're overthinking it too. I completely don't have that kind of thought. Guo Youwei wore a I understand everything expression. Alright, then I won't say any more. Let's go, we will go see your exclusive training room. And at the first sight of the exclusive training room, I was shocked. Because the training room not only had various training instruments and equipment, it was also equipped with daily necessities like a sofa and a coffee table, and even had a virtual AI steward, Shui. Supervisor Guo Youwei turned his head to look at me. These are all just ordinary facilities. I'll mainly introduce the time-limited training rooms. The first is the enhanced weight-bearing training room, which can conduct targeted weight-bearing training for any martial artist, allowing you to quickly improve your strength. The second is the medicinal bath soaking room. The medicinal bath, there is a mix of medicinal herbs and beast cores, which is the latest result of various technological researches. It is of great help in strengthening the body's toughness. Lastly, I see you don't have a weapon yet. I suggest you first purchase an A-grade telekinetic flying blade. Other equipment can be considered at your discretion. So after seeing Guo Youwei out the door, I opened the martial arts hall mall, deciding to first buy a cultivation technique to meet the system's requirements, and advance to a martial artist first. In this world, the grades of cultivation techniques start from D grade, divided into C grade, B grade, A grade, and S grade, corresponding to apprentice, martial artist, martial general, grandmaster, and great grandmaster. Detected that master is an apprentice level 9. It is recommended to proceed step by step and purchase a C grade cultivation technique. For blade techniques, 18 styles of bloody battle is recommended. 95% of martial artists gave it positive reviews. It is easy to get started and holds impressive power after mastering it. If my telekinesis reaches level 9, do I need a telekinesis cultivation technique to meet the standard before I can break through to a spirit reader? Martial artists and spirit readers are 2 completely different cultivation systems. Upgrading requires different cultivation techniques as support. After the battles these past few days, I learned that it is more cost-effective to prioritize upgrading spiritual telekinesis. Therefore, I decided that until the martial exam, all upgrade points will be allocated to spiritual telekinesis. Thinking that buying them myself might result in a poor combination, so after spending 5 million to buy the cultivation technique, I decided to leave the rest to the AI Shui. Meanwhile, I prepared to look at houses in Jiangcheng. After all, it was too unsafe for my mother and younger brother to live in the tube-shaped apartment. Thinking this, I asked Shui, how much are the houses in the area with the best security in the center of Jiangcheng? Detected that you are an S-class core member of the Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall. With your authority, you should be able to apply for a martial arts hall residence. There's such a perk? Why didn't that guy Guo Youwei tell me? I quickly dialed his number. Supervisor Guo, I want to ask. What are the conditions for moving into the Jiangchang Martial Arts Hall residential area? On the other end of the phone, Guo Youwei immediately slapped his forehead. I'm so sorry, little Qin. I was a bit excited just now and forgot quite a few things. There is still a townhouse in the Martial Arts Hall residential area. You just need to find some time to move in. I have already opened all the permissions for you. Also, I forgot to tell you. Don't rush to buy the Spirit Reader cultivation techniques in the Martial Arts Hall Mall. I am currently helping you contact a teacher. When the time comes, they will teach you all the cultivation techniques. Hearing this, I instantly wanted to cough up 3 liters of blood. I had just spent 5 million to buy a cultivation technique. Supervisor Guo, then what should I do if I've already bought it? Can I get a refund? Guo Youwei was also stunned. Do you think a refund option exists for something like cultivation techniques? Guo Youwei sighed and continued. My bad. Make sure you don't buy the subsequent cultivation techniques. I'll pay out of my own pocket to make up that 5 million for you. The other 10 million has also been applied for. I'll transfer it to you now. Xiaowei instantly cheered in surprise. Master, congratulations on receiving 15 million credit points. Current account balance, 28.83 million. Then thank you very much, Supervisor Guo. Seeing this, I hurriedly replied politely. By the way, about the weapon flying blades I just mentioned to you, don't play dumb and intentionally save money. Guo Youwei deliberately instructed. A combat suit ensures your safety, I don't need to remind you about this. But flying blades are absolutely the best way to improve your efficiency in killing fierce beasts right now. Even if an A-grade flying blade is used by an apprentice spirit reader, it can easily break through the defenses of most 4th-tier demonic beasts. I know. Thanks for the reminder. I agreed and hung up the phone. I also have a profound understanding of this point myself. On the other side of the phone, Guo Youwei chuckled. Little Liang, check the handicap for the external martial exam for me. What are the odds for Qin Mu making the top 10? Gao Xiaolian's eyes lit up. Supervisor, don't tell me you want to. Guo Youwei cursed inwardly. Only a fool wouldn't make money when the opportunity is there. Qin Mu is a spiritual telekinetic master, and is equipped with an A-grade flying blade. Getting into the top 10 has absolutely no difficulty. Hearing this, Gao Xiaoliang hurriedly opened his smart device, and skillfully entered the Jiangcheng black market website. The highest odds for the martial exam belong to the genius spirit reader of the Heavenly Sword Pavilion, by Qiuye. Next are Chu Han of Broken Star and Wen Wu of Hegemony Martial Arts Hall. The 10,000 Merchants Alliance also has quite a few people near the top. Lin Qianxue and Lu Zhuo were both submitted by the 10,000 Merchants Alliance. Qin Mu's odds for reaching the top 10 are 1 to 1.55. Hearing this, Guo Youwei immediately became angry. To think that girl Lin Qianxue acted so fast. Supervisor, should we still buy then? Gao Xiaoliang asked with some hesitation. Idiot, isn't 1.55 still free money? It's just a bit less, that's all. Guo Youwei didn't even think and directly bet 80 million. At the same time, on the other side, in the Lin family villa, Lin Qianxue looked at the empty 4-digit balance in her account. A smug smile appearing on the corners of her mouth. Qin Mu, the money you made this lady lose. This lady will earn it all back from you. It turned out that Lin Qianxue confidently borrowed 500 million from her father, and bet it all on me entering the top 10 of the martial exam. The original odds of over a dozen were instantly smashed down to single digits. As long as I enter the top 10, Lin Qianxue would net 2 billion. Qin Mu, you blockhead. You must do your best this time. Lin Qianxue thought about it and was still uneasy, secretly clenching her fists and saying, no. I'm going to supervise your training. But what she didn't know was, at this time in the training room, I was comfortably leaning on the sofa, and after finishing a glass of 82 beast milk, I waved my hand chicly and said, Xiaowei, get me a full package. Under 20 million. Xiaowei had already prepared it, and immediately reported the equipment purchase plan. For the flying blades, using the 1A4B mode, value 9.1 million. 98% of spirit readers have a record of losing their flying blades. It is very necessary to equip 2 extra. Combat suit in Core B and Auxiliary C mode, 4 million. It has B-grade chest armor defense, while the limbs have C-grade defense. Main defense is not lost while the price is reduced by 40%. Weapon Battle Blade C, shield in 1C1B mode, 6.3 million. Master is a spirit reader, the auxiliary battle blade doesn't need to be too good. The B-grade shield defense is sufficient. At the same time, spirit readers can fly by riding their shields, so equipping an extra shield. The complete set totals 19.4 million. Indeed, professional matters should be left to professionals. I had no issues with Xiaowei's plan and paid the bill directly. Originally, I came to the martial arts hall just to apply for a membership, and then consider negotiating a better contract with them. I didn't expect things to go more smoothly than I had anticipated. Not only am I fully armed and possess a cultivation technique, I even freeloaded a small townhouse from the martial arts hall. Even so, there is still over 9 million sitting in my account. Mom's job at the processing plant. I definitely cannot let her continue doing it. Thinking this, I did not go home, and directly took a taxi to the Tianlu Fierce Beast processing plant. Before long, the taxi stopped at the plant's entrance. What are you here for? The security guard at the gate stopped me. I'm looking for someone, please call Yang Lin, I said directly. The security guard frowned. During working hours, she cannot answer calls, and cannot leave the factory. My temper flared up at once. I am a martial artist. Think again about how you answer me. The security guard's face slightly froze. And looking down, he caught a glimpse that my combat boots were actually C-grade. Sorry. Please wait a moment, I will notify her for you right away. A moment later, the security guard put down the phone with a look of confusion. What business do you have with Yang Lin? She's not very available right now. What do you mean not very available? I frowned, my gaze suddenly turning sharp. Could your factory put on bigger airs than the Zhongcheng Martial Arts Hall? No, the security guard hurriedly explained. If you wanted to see a normal employee, it would definitely be no problem. But this Yang Lin is not normal. She has sticky fingers, and is currently being investigated in the security section. With a buzz, I only felt a shock to my brain. Then I instantly grabbed the security guard by the collar. Say that to me one more time. Who has sticky fingers? You please don't be angry. This wasn't said by me. The security section received a report and caught her red-handed. The security guard turned pale with fright and hastily said, "Where is the security section?" I dragged the security guard and rushed inside. Mom dedicated her whole life to the family, and had always worked diligently and conscientiously. She hadn't even taken a single day off. If Mom really had that kind of intention, our family wouldn't be living so miserably. Seeing me rush into the Fierce Beast factory, the security guards behind hurriedly chased after me holding stun batons. Stop right there. Even if you are a martial artist, you cannot trespass. Put him down. Hearing this, the shield on my left hand instantly deployed. My right hand grabbed from behind, and the battle blade was unsheathed in an instant. Seeing this posture, several security guards suddenly didn't dare to approach. What you're doing is illegal. The special regulations for martial artists cannot exempt you from this crime. I completely ignored them and shouted in a deep voice. Where is the security section? Don't make me ask a second time. Then, I quietly transmitted my voice to the AI Xiaoyi. Xiaoyi, can you find Police Captain Old Wang's phone number? Tell him it's an emergency. And bring his team to the Tianlu Fierce Beast processing plant immediately. The security guard in front of me, shocked by my imposing manner, hastily said, Ahead and turn left. At the same time, inside the security section, Section Chief Zhang Ji was looking at Yang Lin with a sinister smile. Still not confessing? What are you being so stubborn for? Now you've been caught red-handed. The fierce beast meat produced by the factory was dug out right from your locker. If you confess now exactly how much meat you've stolen from the factory, we can still give you lenient treatment. Zhang Ji said, his triangular eyes twitching. Otherwise, wait until the public security team arrives. Just based on this bag of meat, it's enough to lock you up for 10 or 8 years. Yang Lin flushed with anger and indignantly said, I've said 100 times, this bag is not mine. The meat inside is not mine either. Someone is framing me. Since I started working today, I haven't left the production line once. I see you won't shed tears until you see the coffin. Zhang Ji sneered and gave a slight nod. A security guard outside the door brought someone in. Sisterly. Yang Lin knew the person coming in. It was exactly the line supervisor of the same production line as her. Sisterly looked calm, not showing any emotion at all. Chief Zhang, Yang Lin asked for a 10-minute break to go to the washroom this morning, but took 15 minutes before returning to her station. Hearing this, Yang Lin suddenly felt a wave of dizziness. Sisterly, how can you maliciously slander me? I merely had low blood sugar this morning, and took a 5-minute break to go out and drink water. It only took 5 minutes. Hearing this, Zhang Ji slapped the table. Do you take a break every day to go out and drink water? And then use this time to steal things? It seems this isn't your first day either. Over so many years, the tons of fierce beast meat the factory loses every month were all stolen by you, right? Yang Lin almost coughed up blood hearing these words. Chief Shang, the factory's inspections arriving and leaving work every day are so strict. Except for clothes, nothing can be brought in. Not even a palm-sized piece of meat can be taken out. You say tons? Chief Zhang gave Yang Lin a meaningful glance. With just you, a woman, of course it's impossible. So you definitely must have an accomplice. Such a dangerous job, an ordinary person couldn't do it for you. It must be someone from your family, right? To have done this for so many years without being discovered by the security section. That accomplice in your family must have decent cultivation. At least a martial artist or a quasi-martial artist. Sister Li, upon hearing this, said. That's right, Yang Lin's son just passed the test to become a quasi-martial artist. It must be her son helping her transport it. Yang Lin completely despaired upon hearing this sentence. Sister Li, how can you frame me with empty words? Sister Li wore an expression as if she didn't know Yang Lin. Don't try to cozy up to me. Back then, I only took you in because I pitied you. At almost 40 years of age. When the factory was laying off people, I protected you too. And this is how you treat me in return? Our line loses production capacity every month. I get held accountable by the higher-ups. In the end, I never expected it was you. Truly, you can know a person's face but not their heart. No matter how foolish Yan Lin was, hearing this, she understood. Layoffs? My wage is the lowest. It hasn't been raised in 5 years. The newcomers know nothing, yet their hourly wage is 3 points higher than mine. In terms of production capacity, I am the highest on this line. On what grounds would the factory lay me off? As for the line losing production capacity, we discussed it privately for ages. The only person possible to have access to the warehouse is you. It's hateful that these past few days I even told colleagues it was impossible. I want to report to the police. The public security team will definitely investigate this thoroughly. Zhang Ji and Sister Li both snorted coldly at the same time. Report to the police? Today you either die here, or you confess and give up your son. Speaking of this, Zhang Ji took 2 steps forward and revealed his stun baton. Yang Lin, let me tell you the truth. Today you have to confess whether you want to or not. Even if you don't want to confess, you have to confess. Otherwise, so many tons of fierce beast meat will not just mean prison, but exile. A woman like you exiled into the wilderness. You know what kind of punishment that is, right? Being swallowed alive by fierce beasts will be your end. Yang Lin didn't know why Zhang Ji had to drag her son Xiaomu into this. But her son had just passed the test to become a quasi-martial artist. How could his future be completely ruined by getting arrested over something like this? Yang Lin's eyes were full of resolution as she gritted her teeth and said word by word. If you want to frame me, I will not confess. Let alone falsely implicate my son. Truly stubborn and incorrigible. Sister Li spat and gave Zhang Ji a wink. Even a blind person in the section room could see it. They were wearing the same pair of pants, in cahoots, yet not a single security guard spoke up. Everyone stared at Yang Lin with a teasing expression. Let me tell you. As a worker, you have to be sensible. Zhang Ji raised the stun baton. If you're not sensible, your granddaddy will make you sensible today. Right at this moment, with a bang, the main door crashed open. A dark figure smashed against the wall of the security section. As soon as I entered, I saw Zhang Ji holding the stun baton, and Yang Lin surrounded in the corner. Instantly, my eyes turned blood red. I cursed, dog scum. Then I kicked off with both feet and flashed to Zhang Ji's side. The battle blade in my hand flashed with a cold gleam. With a swish, Zhang Ji's arm holding the stun baton was instantly severed. Only then did Zhang Ji belatedly react. Amidst his agonizing screams, he still angrily cursed. Who the fuck are you? Killing intent burst from my eyes, and I shouted coldly. I am the one who wants your life. Seeing her son, Yang Lin first felt joy. But upon hearing her son was going to kill someone, she immediately cried out in alarm. Don't! Losing an arm in a single encounter. Zhang Ji did not dare to resist anymore and turned on his heels to flash back. As he ran, he roared at the security guards. Kill him for me. However, before his voice faded, I directly executed a horizontal cleave followed by a slash. Only seeing a flash of blade light, a massive head flew into the air. At this time, everyone in the security section was scared by this scene, feeling it chill down their spines. A trace of ruthlessness flashed in Sister Li's eyes at this moment. Great, you bitch. You really had your son coordinate with you. Now caught red-handed. You want to kill people to silence them. What are you all standing around for? Go up and catch this criminal. I coldly swept my gaze over the 5 security guards in the room. Not a single one dared to move. Flustered and exasperated, Sister Li pointed her finger and cursed. Aren't you security guards? What are you all good for? You bragged so fiercely normally, so go up. Too much bullshit. Saying so, I sidestepped to Sister Li's side. Gripping the blade with both hands, I instantly cleaved downwards. With a crack, her arm was instantly chopped off. Before she could react, I backhanded her with a slap across her face. A smack rang out, directly sending her flying, spinning 3.5 times in the air before landing. Don't move! The surrounding security guards were terrified, frantically raising their stun batons and pointing them at me. We have already reported to the police. The public security team will be here shortly. A cold sneer played on my lips as I completely ignored these guys. Holding the battle blade, I charged over immediately. With one slash, the arm of the security guard on the left was removed. With another slash, the legs of the two security guards next to him were severed. The two security guards on the right could no longer handle this scene, and turned around to run. I chased after them and delivered 2 kicks. Both of them were hit almost simultaneously and fell with a thud. In the span of a few breaths, within the entire security section room, besides Yang Lin and me, there was not a single person standing. Somebody come. Murder. The still living security guards howled crazily in pain, desperately crawling towards the door. Xiaomu. Yang Lin was completely stunned. She had never imagined her son had such a side. With bloodshot eyes, I turned my head. Mom, are you alright? Yang Lin slightly shook her head. Xiaomu. For a moment Yang Lin didn't know what to say. But as a mother, her first thought was still of me, who had just killed someone. I'm fine, you leave quickly. If you wait for them to report to the police, it will be too late. I stepped forward to check on my mom's condition and said with composed calmness, rest assured, I have already reported to the police. I put away the battle blade, found a seat, and let Mom sit down, while I myself initiated a video call to Guo Youwei. Supervisor Guo, something happened on my end. As soon as Guo Youwei saw blood on my face through the video, he immediately became nervous. Little Qin, are you alright? My mom works at a fierce beast processing plant and was falsely accused of stealing. Then I found them using a private lynching in the security section. I killed one and slashed the rest. Now the case has been reported up. The old Wang coming, I know him, but I'm not sure if he can cover up this matter. Guo Youwei immediately breathed a sigh of relief. As long as Qin Mu is fine, everything else is a minor issue. As long as there are survivors, I can handle this. You know the public security team coming, right? Then stall them for a while until I arrive. 5 minutes later, Captain Old Wang of the public security team led his squad rushing in. Little Qin, you're doing this as easily as cracking sunflower seeds. One on the left, one on the right. This is not the way to go. Yesterday's matter was easy to handle, but today is different. In the fierce beast processing plant, under everyone's watchful eyes, going on a killing spree in the security section. No matter how the report is written, it can't be covered up. Brother Wang, don't put yourself in a difficult spot either. I notified someone to come over. They will be here shortly. I explained calmly. Hearing this, Old Wang seemed to understand something. Did you join the martial arts hall? Or the 10,000 Merchants Alliance? Jiangcheng Martial Arts Hall. Guo Youwei. Come. Stop the bleeding for these few first, call an ambulance and take them away. After saying this, Old Wang walked up to me. Not bad, joining the martial arts hall in just 1 day. And you can even persuade Supervisor Guo Youwei to come personally. Your rank shouldn't be low. In the future, I might need to ask for your care. You're too polite. Brother Wang, just say the word. If there's anything I can help with, I definitely won't decline. Yesterday I wasn't wealthy. But today I have money, so I won't just say empty pleasantries. I immediately transferred 100,000 credit points to Old Wang's account. Old Wang heard the transfer notification but didn't make a sound. However, the look in his eyes as he looked at me became even more shocked. He nodded thoughtfully. Brother Wang, how do martial arts halls usually handle this kind of matter? I only know Guo Youwei can handle it, but I don't know how he handles it, so I still feel uneasy. No matter what, they will have to restrict your personal freedom, and wait for the matter to be investigated clearly before making a decision. After all, it is a murder case. And in this kind of place, it is impossible not to investigate. Looking at you, you are not someone who acts rashly. As long as you are in the right, there usually won't be any major issues. At most, you'll be penalized with field missions ranging from a few months to a few years. Field missions? I don't understand what kind of punishment this is. This is a special penalty case for martial artists. As long as the crime does not warrant death, you will be given a chance to atone. You head out of the city to hunt fierce beasts, and all of them will belong to Jiangcheng. The duration can be long or short. It mainly depends on the verdict. Of course, there are also requirements for the number and level of kills. Sure enough, the special exceptions for martial artists are really not just a few. Even if the martial arts hall doesn't step forward, a death sentence won't be directly given. A moment later, Guo Youwei arrived on the scene. Without a second word, he directly took Yang Lin and me into his car. Supervisor, my little sister is at home alone. I knew that I might not be able to come out afterwards. Naturally, I couldn't leave Xiao Yun behind. Where does she live? Send me the location. Guo Youwei asked cleanly and crisply. I sent the address to him using my device. Beside me, Yang Lin tugged at my clothes. Xiaomu, killing someone is such a huge matter. Even a martial artist probably can't escape the consequences. Do you know this official? If you do, push all the blame onto Mom later. This way you won't be punished. and Xiao Yun will have someone to take care of her. While speaking, Yang Lin didn't show a trace of hesitation. She just looked at her son with a smile in her eyes. You've grown up. And you're a martial artist. Mom's life can be considered perfectly fulfilled. Guo Youwei suddenly laughed. Don't make it sound so scary. Little Qin is a genius martial artist. No matter what, he won't be sentenced to death. If the other party used lynching and attacked a martial artist's family, killing them on the spot is also a matter of common sense. Guo Youwei's face suddenly turned stern and he said in a deep voice, practicing martial arts is to protect the city and protect your family. If you can't even protect your family, then why practice martial arts? You might as well not practice at all. Yang Lin was stunned by his words. I comforted her. It's fine, Mom. I've asked about it. After picking up Xiao Yun, we'll just move out by the way. The martial arts dojo has dormitories to live in. The security conditions there are a bit better. Soon, after picking up my sister Xiao Yun at the tube-shaped apartment building, Guo Youwei's car stopped directly in front of a townhouse villa. Xiao Mu, where is the dormitory you mentioned? Yang Lin had just heard that I was assigned a dormitory. But how did we end up in a villa area? Building 28, room 102. This is my dormitory. I stepped forward and opened the door using facial recognition. Mom, Xiao Yun, come over here and register your information. At the same time, I took out the smart devices I had prepared. Not only was Xiao Yun not pleasantly surprised, but instead, she suddenly burst into tears like rain falling on pear blossoms. Mom, older brother must have broken the law. Those fierce-looking uncles are here to arrest him. Brother, you should run quickly. Otherwise it will be too late. Meanwhile, inside a VIP private room of the Jiangcheng Wonderland Martial Artist Club, a row of young girls wearing skimpy skirts knelt on the floor. Their body curves were fully exposed. They were waiting for Lu Zhuo and his younger brother's inspection. At this moment, the smart device popped up a message notification. Speak. Lu Zhuo frowned and said impatiently. Young master. Zhang Ji is dead. Who is Zhang Ji? Lu Zhuo couldn't recall at the moment. It's Zhang Ji from the security department of Tenlu processing plant. His last report was that he was interrogating Qin Mu's mother. I remember now. Did you just say Zhang Ji is dead? How did he die? He was killed by Qin Mu. Ha, isn't that just perfect? Instruct the security team to kill him directly at the temporary detention center. And won't everything be over? But young master. That kid joined the Jiangcheng Martial Arts Dojo. He was taken away by Guo Youwei. Now we can't touch him at all. Moreover, his mother and sister were all picked up. Our trackers said the vehicle didn't even go to the dojo. It went straight into the dojo's dormitories. What? Lu Zhuo's expression suddenly twisted. What do you mean? Can't you even handle such a small matter? It's not that, young master. That Qin Mu must have signed a genius contract. Judging from the treatment, it's probably S rank. This isn't something my few men can handle. Lu Zhuo kicked away the wine bottle at his feet and said fiercely. An S-rank genius? On what grounds? He just leveled up 5 ranks overnight, that's all. Young master, I am investigating the matter. But on Zhang Ji's side, there's still a production line manager and a few security guards alive. How do you think we should handle them? A fierce glint was exposed in Lu Zhuo's eyes. Bastards. If they are alive, then you don't need to live. After the video call hung up, the corners of Lu Zhuo's mouth curled up. He forcefully pushed down the woman in front of him. Don't speak. I'm very pissed off right now. Meanwhile, inside the dojo villa. Xiao Mu, don't lie to me. This is clearly a villa. It must cost at least tens of millions, right? And the smart devices must cost at least tens of thousands of credit points. Where did you get so much money? I sighed in my heart. I originally planned to explain it slowly. Now suddenly even I need some time to process it. It will only be harder for them. After a slight pause, I replied. I am now working at the martial arts dojo. I took a little advance on my salary. And this place is indeed a dojo dormitory. Didn't you see it when you came in? Dormitories are for temporary residents. If I stop working one day, I'll definitely have to return it to them. Xiao Yun looked at her older brother doubtfully and turned to look at Yang Lin. I still have matters to handle now. You guys stay here for now. Everything else can wait until I come back. Guo Youwei leaned against the car, seeming to be communicating with the security team. Supervisor, we can go now. Go where? Guo Youwei patted my shoulder. You'll stay here before the martial arts exam. You don't need to go anywhere. Doesn't the case need to be investigated? I feel there should at least be a basic review, right? Guo Youwei looked up at me. What era is it now? Is investigating a case still this much effort? The surveillance video at the scene was turned off. It was turned off before you even entered the Fierce Beast plant. Anyone thinking with there but would know there's something fishy going on. Your mother was probably just dragged out to take the blame. No need to even question those security guards. Just checking the data on their smart devices will do.
Before he finished speaking, Guo Youwei's smart device rang.
He smiled immediately. Ha, it's resolved. Gao Xiaoyang appeared on the screen with a solemn expression. Supervisor. Those few survivors were all silenced in the ambulance.
Their smart devices were destroyed. This really pissed Guo Youwei off significantly.
Silenced? What were you doing? Fine, I won't ask you.
Smart devices all have cloud data.
Go access it directly. Gao Xiaoyang's face looked even worse. Supervisor, I accessed the cloud.
The data center said there was a hacker invasion.
The relevant data has all been erased. Guo Youwei immediately gasped. A hacker? So fast? Gao Xiaoyang was also puzzled. The other party acted swiftly. And the hacker's skill level is ridiculously high. This isn't an ordinary criminal method. Guo Youwei genuinely couldn't figure it out for a moment. Little Qin, things are a bit complicated now.
All the evidence has been erased. No, my smart device stored the data. At least it has the data of them using lynching. As I spoke, I immediately sent the data and video to him. Looking at the video, Guo Youwei's brows furrowed tighter and tighter. It looks like a simple case of insider theft and then framing. But using hackers obviously exceeds their capabilities. The only explanation is that the stolen items were of a massive amount, and someone behind the scenes took a large portion of the profits. To achieve this, higher-ups of the Fierce Beast processing plant must be involved. Even people from the Tianlu Group headquarters might be involved. The more Guo Youwei thought about it, the more it felt wrong. But why target your mother? It shouldn't be. You passed the certification yesterday. Your identity as a prospective martial artist is something they can check. The Fierce Beast plant has so many employees. Any random one would be easy to frame. Why target the mother of a prospective martial artist? And the mother of an excellent prospective martial artist at that? Isn't this just asking for trouble? Upon hearing this, I also felt a hint of unease in my heart. Supervisor, do you mean those people framing her was just in passing? And their real target behind the scenes might be me? Guo Youwei suddenly looked up. Who have you offended recently? I lightly scratched the tip of my nose and said slightly awkwardly. Yesterday I was blocked at my door by a few thugs from the evil wolf gang. I killed a few of them. Could it be their revenge? Guo Youwei thought for a moment and said disdainfully. A small gang like the evil wolf gang. All their assets combined wouldn't be enough for a top hacker to order takeout. You just focus on your cultivation. I'll go handle this matter. Afterwards, I turned around and went back to the dormitory. Yang Lin had been watching at the door for a long time. Seeing her son return, she quickly went forward to ask how things went. Has the truth been found out? It's all right now. I pulled my mom to the sofa, not wanting her to worry. Look, I've come back. What else could be wrong? Yang Lin thought about it and agreed. She hurriedly patted her chest to calm her breath. That was close, thank God. It was your dad's spirit in heaven blessing us. Zhang Ji, that beast. He knew that framing me was unreasonable. In order to cover his tracks, he insisted that I confess and name you as an accomplice. My pupils suddenly shrank. Forcing myself to stay calm, I asked indifferently. Mom, did that Zhang Ji know my name? Did he know I'm a prospective martial artist? And he still insisted that you confess against me? Confess what? Stealing things? Yes. Recently the headquarters came down to audit the accounts. They said we were missing dozens of tons of Fierce Beast products over the past few years. It must be the line manager colluding with the security department. To think I used to treat them as good people. A security chief and a production line manager. Even if they had immense guts, they wouldn't dare swallow this amount of wealth. And to hide it for several years on top of that. Guo Youwei was right. There definitely were higher-ups committing the crime behind the scenes. Furthermore, there was one more point. The other party was definitely targeting me on purpose. However, have I ever offended such a high-level person? The only person like that I've interacted with is Lin Qianxue, right? But no matter how I look at her, she doesn't seem like that kind of person. Meanwhile, Lin Qianxue was in the Zhongchang Martial Arts Dojo's resting room. She suddenly sneezed. Is the air conditioning this cold? Where is that blockhead? Why is he not cultivating after signing the genius contract? He's really gotten carried away. Lin Qianxue couldn't wait for me and could only cultivate by herself. On the other side, after I settled my mother and little sister, for the next few days, I focused on practicing cultivation methods to prepare for the martial arts exam. The system upgrade points were all added to spiritual telekinesis. Since I had no concerns about leveling up, I didn't need to worry about physical cultivation at all. Even for cultivation methods, I only needed to learn the beginning, and leave the rest entirely to the system. Thus, I quickly and smoothly mastered the C-rank martial artist cultivation method, 18 blood battle styles, as well as the D-rank telekinesis cultivation method, telekinesis basics. I muttered silently and summoned the system panel to check.
Invincible upgrade system. Qin Mu upgrade points, 0. Martial arts cultivation, apprentice level 9. Telekinesis cultivation, apprentice level 9. Martial artist method, 18 blood battle styles. Telekinesis method, telekinesis basics. The results of 7 days of closed door cultivation. All at apprentice level 9. To break through the martial artist realm, the cultivation methods are all ready. Next, I just need 15 days. And my spirit reader level can break through to martial artist tier 9. Aside from this, I can now control 2 flying blades with full force. If not at full force, unleashing 5 flying blades simultaneously isn't a problem either. It's just that if I use all 5, the speed and power of the flying blades cannot be guaranteed. 2 flying blades, plus my own martial artist abilities. That equals to 3 apprentice level 9 combatants. And the remaining flying blades can be fully utilized to make feints. During regular attacks, they can also be used as a backup. Used to confuse the enemy. And finally finding a flaw to kill in one strike. Xiaoyi reminded me from the side. Master, today is the time for the martial arts exam. You can still rest for 3 hours. Then before 10 o'clock, arrive at the Zhengcheng Tua city gate to assemble. Xiaoyi, release the blocked messages. You have 27 unread messages. 2 from Guo Youwei, 25 from Lin Qianxue. 3 hours later. Xiaoyi reminded me that Guo Youwei had already arrived at the door. I had already grabbed my prepared tactical backpack and headed straight out the door. In the car, Guo Youwei looked at me with slight excitement. How is it? How are the results of your closed-door cultivation at home? It's a pity. If the case could be settled, you could have definitely gone to cultivate at the dojo. The results would have been even better there. It's about the same. I don't really mind. How is your telekinesis improvement? Are you confident in using 2 flying blades? It's a bit difficult, I just broke through this morning. Exactly 2 blades. Guo Youwei felt wild joy in his heart. Good, truly worthy of the talent I picked out. After confirming my strength, Guo Youwei didn't forget to introduce the rules. Your equipment is all complete. You don't need to change when we get there. Maps and routes will be distributed then. The so-called martial arts exam, to put it plainly, is to let the martial artists see some blood. Additionally, to select a batch of candidates with outstanding strength and outstanding actual combat skills as genius martial artists for key cultivation. The martial arts exam leaderboard. This is something that Zhengcheng has in every martial arts exam. When the time comes, your smart device can check it. My requirement for you. No. Is the Zhengcheng Martial Arts Dojo's requirement for you. Minimum top 10. Strive for the top 3. Speaking of this, Guo Youwei also sent over the data of several genius martial artists that needed key attention. Every year, the martial arts exam during the school graduation period is the key focus of all factions. There are also martial arts exams in other periods, but their gold content is insufficient. Only the martial arts exam at this time will gaining a rank earn the attention of major factions. Guo Youwei opened the data. You can ignore the other people. But in this screen, a white-haired boy had a cold expression, having a feeling of looking down on everything. Bai Qiuye, from the Heavenly Sword Pavilion. Like you, he is a spirit reader. He awakened half a year earlier than you. Now it's said he might have the strength of an apprentice level 9 spirit reader. The flying swords he controls also number as many as 3. Guo Youwei paused and projected a peculiarly shaped weapon. The flying sword is the telekinetic weapon of the Heavenly Sword Pavilion. It's twice as long as a flying blade. The control difficulty is very high. The lethality is stronger. Moreover, it can be freely split into mother and child swords. It is extremely sharp when facing enemies. A specialized telekinetic weapon. To think there would actually be such a thing. Is the Heavenly Sword Pavilion a faction purely of spirit readers? Guo Youwei patted me. Of course not. But the pavilion master of the Heavenly Sword Pavilion is a spirit reader. And he is Dragon Star's strongest spirit reader. Bai Ming, titled the White Sword Sect Master. One of the top 10 senators of the Federal Council. His strength is at the absolute peak. Rumor has it that he has only ever lost one move against Wu Poxing. I only knew of Wu Poxing before, after all, he is number 1 on Dragon Star. The attention he receives is naturally going to be more. Both are surnamed Bai. I suddenly noticed something. That's right. Bai Qiuye is Bai Ming's maternal grandson. The Federation has researched spirit readers for many years, with no results. But it must be said, there really is a bloodline factor to spirit readers. The descendants of high-level spirit readers have a non-low probability of awakening telekinesis. After listening, I fell into deep thought. Guo Youwei, however, let out a long sigh. I've checked the files regarding your father's matter. It is indeed a pity. He was only 28 when he died in battle. Not even 30 years old.
he still had a chance to awaken telekinesis. I've also made arrangements for your sister, Qin Yun. She will attend the primary school affiliated with the dojo. When the time comes, they will focus on cultivating her in the direction of a spirit reader. Perhaps there's a chance. Hearing this, I was immediately stunned. What exactly are you thinking? Wouldn't I know if my own dad could awaken telekinesis? My spiritual telekinesis was given by the system. Forget it, let him be. Having the dojo look out for my little sister is also a good thing. No longer bothering with Guo Youwei. I minded my own business and checked the martial arts exam rules. The exam lasts a total of 7 days. Only 1 day's worth of emergency food is provided. The rest relies entirely on hunting for oneself. Hunting a Tier 1 fierce beast gives 10 points. A Tier 2 fierce beast gives 30 points. A Tier 3 fierce beast gives 100 points. Solo action required. Solo killing 10 Tier 1 fierce beasts is a passing grade. Otherwise, it's a failure. The top 10 on the martial arts exam points leaderboard receive extra rewards. The more you kill, the more you get. All fierce beasts hunted in this martial arts exam, after recycling, will all be returned in credit points to the qualified examinees. The vehicle parked at the 2A city gate. I'll drop you off here. Guo Youwei led me out of the car and pointed at the assembly point. One last reminder. You are a spirit reader, there's no need to venture too far into the wild. Massacring the nearby Tier 1 fierce beasts in large quantities is also a good way to obtain points. Not only can it quickly raise your ranking, it can also suppress the scores of other examinees. I nodded knowingly. Just as I turned and stepped in, a breathtakingly beautiful face suddenly flashed before my eyes. You blockhead, why didn't you return my video calls? The one speaking was none other than Lin Qianxue. What video calls? I replied with slight surprise. Lin Qianxue instantly puffed her cheeks in anger and slightly furrowed her willow-like brows. So many video messages. Don't tell me you didn't look at any of them? I don't know. You probably dialed the wrong number. I replied indifferently, and walked straight into the assembled ranks. Lin Qianxue was almost angered to death by that single sentence. Dialed the wrong number? The number she spent hundreds of thousands to buy. And you tell me I dialed the wrong number? Calm down, calm down. Can't get angry right now. A 500 million bet. If she throws in the towel now, she really would lose enough to explode on the spot. Thinking of this, Lin Qianxue put away her angry expression, and took quick steps to catch up. Xin Mu, how are the results of your recent cultivation? Can you control 2 flying blades now? Why is everyone asking this? Could there be some inside information? I found my spot, stood still, and looked sideways, saying, why ask this? Is there a difference between 1 flying blade and 2? Lin Qianxue turned to face me directly. Of course there is. With your awakening speed, you probably have the strength around apprentice level 5. Controlling 1 flying blade means 5,000 kilograms of force. 2 blades means 10,000. Isn't that a huge gap? Of course I know the gap. But the question is, what does this have to do with Lin Qianxue? Seeing me not speak, Lin Qianxue resentfully stomped her foot and said, just how does the Zhangcheng martial arts dojo cultivate geniuses? They didn't even tell you such a simple thing. I've researched all the martial artists in this exam. As long as you have apprentice level 5 telekinesis, plus 2 flying blades, there's a very high probability you can rank in the top 10 of the leaderboard. The top 10 of the leaderboard again. If one person said it, I could disregard it, but with 2 people saying it, I can't ignore it anymore. Do they value the top 10 so much because they can get a reward? A flash of inspiration hit me, and I blurted out, holy crap. Could it be that people can place bets on the martial arts exam leaderboard? Lin Qianxue's heartbeat suddenly skipped a beat. She immediately turned away her pretty face. No way, don't talk nonsense. The martial arts exam is such a serious matter. How could it be used for gambling? Cultivation is for oneself. It's for Zhangcheng. It's for the human race. How can you drag other things into it? You really make me so sad. Before she finished speaking, Xiaowei spoke up. Master, I have found the entrance to the black market website. Your current odds for reaching the top 10 are 1 to 1.35. The odds for you winning the championship are 1 to 27. I thought to myself, just as I expected. Guo Youwei must have placed a bet. Lin Qianxue definitely couldn't escape this either. How much did you bet? Lin Qianxue was instantly rendered speechless. Her awkward big eyes kept rolling around in their sockets. But she simply wouldn't look at me. Her feet kept shuffling against the floor. Stop shuffling, the floor is made of superalloy. It's at least 3 to 5 meters thick. You won't be able to shuffle through it. Seeing this, I reminded her. Hearing this, Lin Qianxue immediately sputtered out. How can you frame me? Really a dead duck with a hard beak? I ignored her as well. Xiaowei, how much money do I have left? Master, you have 1,020,000 credit points left. This was the money I had specifically reminded Xiaoyi to scrape together. Now the opportunity to make money has arrived, but why are the odds for the top 10 so low? These two guys, Lin Qianxue and Guo Youwei, absolutely must have bet a lot. Otherwise, how could the odds be so low for me, an apprentice level 9? The remaining odds for the championship were normal, however. Thinking of this, I said to Xiaoyi, bet 1 million on me winning the championship. Lin Qianxue was still thinking about how to explain, but I ended up directly placing a 1 million bet myself, and betting on winning the championship at that. Blockhead, are you crazy? The dojo didn't say there was. Before she could finish speaking, a wave of commotion suddenly erupted in the arena. Seeing this, I looked up. I only saw a young boy in midair wearing a pure white martial arts uniform, coming through the air on a flying sword.